Yeah! Yeah! Come on,
sir! You better play Isaiah.
Come on, man!
That's good. Come on, Mike.
Come on, man!
Watch this. Here's verse 3 and 4, and I really gotta go now.
Oh, shoot.
And I just got like a hash brown and a sausage biscuit, whatever. I mean, before quarantine, I'm gonna be honest, I really wasn't going to church, but I feel like during quarantine, God has really been showing me like who's really paying attention to me and who I should pay attention to, like people who's been calling me, who's been texting me, who's really been checking on me, and people who really haven't reached out at all. Is really showing me like who really got my back here in North Carolina and who really got my back in Boston too. The ones like, you good, and you still working, do you need any food, do you need anything? Like even women at my job who I just met are like, I know you're here by yourself, like if you need anything, let me know, you know, like, and just show me people who I would never even think would come through for me are actually coming through for me. Or people like from high school who we had like a really good bond, never even talked, like just people from back in the day. And like the people who I even thought would really be there for me haven't. So I just been praying every day, and I've been like, I'm thankful that I had a job. I'm thankful that I have food. I've been thankful that I have people, family, friends, associates who are really watching over me and who've been praying for me, and that I was blessed to still be working, that I can send my family gloves and Lysol wipes and mask and whatever they need, because North Carolina, I never had any problem getting any meat, any paper towels, anything. And I felt blessed that every time I went to the store, there wasn't a lot of people there, that, you know, I had gloves on, I had a mask on, I felt protected. And I'm so thankful for this season in my life. And God has really been showing me a lot all 2020. Like it's been a financial growth, like all 2020. Like I've been praying for years for financial stability, and now like an opportunity has come up where I can get a roommate and get a bigger apartment and save like at least $300 a month. And an opportunity come up where I was able to buy stocks. An opportunity has come up where I've been able to have a savings account. And these are things that I've always been prayed for but never had the opportunity to do. And even with, you know, this quarantine, I realized like I've been working myself to death. Like ever since I've been here, I've had 3 jobs for the last 3 years. And just working at my job, I realized like I'm doing too much. I could really just live off my job. Like why do I feel like I'm pressed for money when I'm not, when God has blessed me with the opportunity where I can have so much blessings? Like I got short and long-term disability, I got health care, I got dental insurance, I got vision insurance, I got I have a really good job, and I'm blessed. And God has really been showing me like what I've been praying for years has really been coming to light. And I'm so thankful for that. So y'all just pay attention, you know, all 2020. Like, yes, this pandemic has had people stressed, but pay attention to the people around you. Pay attention to ones who really love you, who really care for you, who's really honestly checking for you financially, physically, mentally. Like I've gotten some texts like, yo, you good mentally? Like you good? Like, and people don't understand like how much that really would affect somebody. Like send a text message, send people messages who got a whole bunch of kids, some people who lost their job. Like, you know, I've been helping and sending my family like this stuff from me, couponing. Like every little bit counts. Like, and this has humbled me so much. And like I feel like that's another reason why God has given us this pandemic, like to really check yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, your family, your career, and like give you so much time to process your life and what direction you really want to go. So this quarantine has really been helping me be financially stable. Like it's crazy. I've been anointing myself every day, and I've been telling God like, this is the day that the Lord has made. I'm thankful and I'm glad in it. I thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you that I can see, hear, taste, feel, that I have a job to go to, gas in my car, savings account, stocks, equity, asset, just the building. You know, I have a phone bill that's paid. I've got a new car, like just things that Others don't even have food in my fridge, like even water to drink. Like times is really, really hard. And I'm so thankful that even though people around me are struggling, I still feel hurt, and I still feel like I'm blessed, and I'm thankful that I'm able to help those people. So I thank God for putting me in a situation where I had to stop and think about what it is that Kaida wants, because my problem is that I always do for others and I don't really do for myself. And I'm glad that in this time I can really have time off and just think like what it is that I want to do. Is this the career I want? You know, do I want a family? Like, am I financially right? Am I ready for a relationship? Just stuff that I really never fully had time to process, you know, and just who should I really be telling my business to? Who should I really be hanging out with? Just stuff like that. If you heard music, that's them singing, but I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, so just pay attention during our quarantine. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what it's done for me spiritually, and like my faith has increased. Like seriously, my God is an awesome God, and sometimes God got to take certain things away from you for you to realize just how blessed you really are when you get those things back. And maybe that's why God took y'all job away, took y'all finances away, you know, so y'all can really go in the way that he wants you to go, and not just be so content with certain amounts of money per hour or the salary that you're making. Like, come on, like this is a generation where you can find a job. It may be hard, but do what makes you happy, like, you know, and really pray about everything and anything, like over the food, over the water, over job interviews, like everything you.
Hey everybody, my name is Michael Ely, and I am the proud young adult minister of the Friendship Chapel Baptist Church right here in Wake Forest, North Carolina, where the Reverend Dr. Enoch E. Holloway Sr. is our pastor. What you are about to experience is our drive-in worship experience. As we know, the COVID-19 has done a number on the way that we have to operate in our world, but we will not let it get in the way of our worship. And so I want to invite you, if you are a young adult, or maybe you just need a place to call home, to join us one day at 237 Friendship Chapel Road, Wake Forest, North Carolina. As well, you can find us on our website, www.friendship/chapel.org. And as well, if you're a young adult, I want you to connect with us on Instagram at friendshipyams, YAMS. I'm Michael Ely, and I hope you enjoy our worship experience.
How many know that God is able?
Amen.
He's able today. You wave your hands out of your windows. Thank God for being able to bring you through and to pull you through all of these situations and trials that we're going through. God, thank you for being able.
Amen.
Thank you, Lord. Exceedingly, abundantly, above all we could ask or think, according to
Yes.
God's power, and He will do
Yes.
You can lift up those hands. You're still alive. You can give him words of worship. Somebody.
Hallelujah. Yes.
Somebody ought to give those rocks and words. He's been too good. He's been too good. I said he's been too good.
Amen. Amen.
And give God some praise. Hallelujah. I said hallelujah. I said hallelujah.
Amen.
Amen. And when you have it, just lightly honk those horns or hold your phone outside your windows. Amen. And it says, verse 25, I will repay you for the years that the swarmist locust has eaten, the hopper, the destroyer, and the cutter, and my great army which I sent against you. 26 says, you shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, who has dealt wonderfully with you. And my people shall never again be put to shame. And 27 says, you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I, the Lord, am your God, and there is no other. And my people shall never again be put to shame. And Lord, we thank you for being able to come into this parking lot right now, God, to give your name the glory, honor, and praise. Lord, we might be in our cars. Lord, we might even be watching this on our sofas. But God, we give your name the praise, because any day that we're able to wake up with breath in our body is a day to give your name praise.
Amen.
And so, God, we give you praise on today, God. We thank you for allowing us to do this. And so, God, we ask you right now that you continue to bless this service, God. Bless the man servant of the hour, Reverend Michael Ely. Lord, that you anoint his voice, God, that you anoint the words that he is going to be speaking to his people. And God, we ask you right now to bless our pastor, Reverend Dr. Enoch Holloway, God, in the name of Jesus. And God, we ask special blessings for our First Lady, Dr. Holloway. And God, we ask you right now that you give them strength like no other, God, to be able to lead your people through this time. And so, God, we most of all say, have your way.
Have your way.
Move like you want to.
Amen.
Do what you want to do in this service, God. But most of all, God, let something be said, God, in this moment that's going to change us forever. Even in the midst of COVID-19, God, we still give you the praise. Even in the midst of everything that's going on, we still bless your name. Because, God, it could have been worse. We could have been homeless right now, God. We could have been without food and water, God. But, God, we give your name the praise that you're still providing all of our needs, even in the midst of a pandemic. That's the type of God you are, God, to still provide for us.
Amen.
And so, God, we bless your name and forever give you praise. This is the name of Jesus we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Their instruments, and similar to Grandmaster Flash, they pose a question. The children of Israel asks, how could we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? This is the first time in the text. This is the first time within the psalm that we hear about the Lord. Israel is not weary, is now weary about the Lord's song. Beloved, we must be careful that we don't make everything else about us.
Yeah.
We must be careful that we don't make church about us.
Yeah.
That we don't make the things that we do about us.
Yeah.
Or the things or those that came before us. But yet we must remember that everything is about the Lord.
Yes.
Come on, I said everything
Yes.
is about the Lord. I said everything is about the Lord.
Yes.
I'm trying not to, come on y'all, lose my head. But maybe I can get about 2 honest people that will honk this morning that says that sometimes life is like a jungle, and it makes me wonder, sometimes in this jungle called life, it can be hard not to lose your song when we are sharing the disappointment of not being able to celebrate the class of 2020 through the pomp and circumstance of graduation. Yeah, it can be hard not to lose your song when we continue to relive the nightmare of young black men like Ahmaud Arbery being hunted down while jogging and the evidence is being covered up. Yes, it's not hard to lose your song when you continue to witness young black women like Breonna Taylor's agency being taken away and security being breached and killed while staying at home in the midst of a pandemic. Yeah, it can be hard not to lose your song when we have feelings of confusion because it seems as if our faith has failed us, and we experience feelings of anguish because COVID-19 has disrupted our antiquated systems and thrusted us into a season of mandatory transition. But church, this morning I came to encourage you. Church, this morning I came to remind you that this is not the season, that this is not the hour to lose your song. Yeah. I said it's not the hour. This is not the time. This is not the season to lose your song. And as we conduct an exegetical examination of our text this morning, we will find that though many of the Psalms of God are jubilant, celebratory, and evoking us into praise, Psalms 137, we find that the people of Israel are lamenting over the destruction of their home Jerusalem by the Babylonians in 586 BCE. This passage provides insight into the humanity of the scriptures, such as Jeremiah 29 and 11 and Joel chapter 2, that we traditionally hold in celebration, that in context are prophetic words to those unfamiliar places. In Jeremiah 29, God's elect, the children of Israel, are giving trials with the promise. But in Psalm 137, they are in the thick of the jungle of what they now have to call life. They are on the edge and they're trying not to lose their heads. The children of Israel have been forced out of their Zion. They have been forced out of everything in which they knew. The physical structure known as the temple of God, or the church as they knew it, has been destroyed, never to return back to normal. It is in verse 1, they are sitting at the rivers of Babylon. The children of Israel are sitting by water in unfamiliar territory while shedding familiar water through the conduits of their eyes. Yes, as they cried, they remembered. They remembered what life used to be. They remembered what freedom used to feel like. They mourn for Zion, but yet the mention of God is missing. I don't know if y'all heard that. I said they mourn for Zion, but yet the mention of God is missing. They mourn for the practices and traditions that they had created, but yet the mention of pure intentionality and motives fueled by the lifestyle of holiness unto the Lord is missing. God, being the mind of all minds, had to take them out of what they were comfortable in order that he might use captivity to shift them. God has slowed us down a little bit so that we could pull our families back together. God has slowed us down a little bit so that we could come back in right relationship with him. God has slowed us down so that we could hear his voice.
Amen.
Here it is. As they cried, they remembered. The children of Israel were so overcome with grief that they hung their harps on the willows. At first glance, this looks like overwhelming defeat. But in actuality, this is grief in
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I felt like I wanted to give up. There have been moments that I've been pushed to the edge. There were moments that I almost lost my mind. There were moments that I almost lost my soul. But I had to go back and pull on my memory.
Yeah.
I can remember grandmama. I can remember the mothers of the church singing a song that there are some things that I may not know. There are some places that I can't go, but I am sure of this one thing, that God is real. I said God is real.
Yeah.
God is real. He's real in my soul. Who says that I know that I'm gonna make it?
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, I said I'm gonna make it.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, sir. You better play Isaiah. Come on, man. That's good. Come on, Mike. Come on, man.
Watch this. Here's verse 3 and 4, and I really gotta go down.
Oh,
In this time, just try to stay positive, try to stay blessed, and just thank God for any and everything, and just don't be bitter about it. There's a reason why everything happens, and I truly believe that my God is an awesome God, and I know he did not bring me this far just to hurt me or to not take me out of this situation. So I love y'all. I thank y'all. I really pray that, y'all are worshiping from home, worshiping in the car, some got some study Bibles, whatever works for you, and just stay safe, stay blessed, and don't take this as a negative thing. Just pay attention to what God is really trying to do for you and your family in this time.